Hey there, it is Ask Allison again. I'm going to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring us. So the idea of socially distancing is making me anxious. This is a question and also very true for me. The idea of socially distancing is making me anxious. My downtime and me time revolve around social clubs and get-togethers, and I worry I'll start to burn out. So I'm feeling you. I'm also really clear that hugging is a more important part of my life than I previously realized. And any doubts I had about my extroversion are sated. So here is my suggestion. Do all the things that you were previously doing, just do them online. I too am sick of looking at screens, but it was really helpful for me getting on a video conferencing call with 4 of my girlfriends that I've had since adolescence. We did that over the weekend. It wasn't the same as being together, but we're also spread out in 4 states, so that probably wouldn't have happened this weekend anyway. But we stayed up too late, we laughed, we allowed ourselves to feel loved and held for a little while. My partner and I have a virtual double date tomorrow night after the kids are all in bed, and we're both reaching out more than we did before to get our social needs met. I'm hoping there's a silver lining somewhere in this where we're all going to get into patterns of being more intentional about having our social interactions, because it's harder to come by now. So we have to make it happen. We're not in the position of having a chit chat at the coffee shop or whatever that was helping take down the intensity of our need for connection. We don't get that right now. So it sounds like you're the person who asked this is maybe already great about getting together with friends. So maybe it's time for virtual dinner parties. You can all be eating different foods. You can all coordinate and have the same foods if there are still groceries in your town. Dance parties, absolutely have some dance parties online with friends. Even virtual board games. It's not the same. It's kind of like using applesauce instead of eggs in a recipe. It's going to get the job done, but it's still not the same. I also recommend a lot of phone calls. I've been chatting with people almost every day during my dog walk, and I usually was listening to Audible or podcasts during that time, but I'm really hungry for actual connection, and so that's been helping a lot. We also shouted across the street with our neighbors that we love yesterday. Another idea is, and this, depending on how busy your city is, this might not be a good idea, but if it's a smaller city or a less populated area, you could take a walk with a friend from across the street and just have your earbuds in, talk to each other on the phone while walking. It's like pretending to be together. It might be torture to not be able to hug each other, but it's something. I think burnout is a really big risk for us extroverts right now. Socially, sorry, my throat is junky. Socially, I'll take what I can get, even if it's not ideal. And even when I feel too tired, that's another thing I'm finding myself needing to push through my fatigue to get my social needs met, because I know it's going to be energizing for me. Yeah, I'm sending you love and a virtual hug, and hopefully we'll all be able to be with our friends very soon. If you guys have a question that you want me to answer on Ask Allison, please shoot me a DM on Instagram. I'm over there at abundance_practice_building. And we have tons of resources around your practice during this pandemic over at abundancepracticebuilding.com/COVID. Take good care.